What's going on, gang? This is your host, the Commissioner here, Confiding with the Commissioner. I got your boy here, newcomer, new blood, dude. He's hungry. He's looking to prove himself. Maybe I know he liked that last time. Give it up for Hellhold or whatever the hell you want, whatever you like. There's four names in the sleeper app. So
Yeah, the real Michael's fine, you
Swift
know.
Swallows, the real Michael. Okay, I respect. So we got the real
Yeah.
Michael here. So obviously, it's been a little bit, been a while. And first things first, I wanted to apologize, lads. I got I got new floors, but 'cause it's still a shithole over here. So
It's looking good in there.
thank you. Mess with that a little bit. But in my absence, we've had some fucking trades, dude. We've had some serious trades. I kind of wanted to go over them because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades in 14 days is pretty nuts. A lot of
I lost
draft picks.
audio.
You missed all
Hold
that.
on.
Oh, we are having technical difficulties.
Hello?
I hear you.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but something happened and I lost audio.
Well, that's fine because you didn't say anything during that anyway. Let's go, dude.
All right, we're good.
We're good, dude. Yeah, the last thing you said was floors look good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you were involved in some of these trades, man. You pretty much just got one for one running back draft pick.
Yeah, well, my running backs were kind of weak, so and
And
Steven was having a fire sale, as people called it, so
he
I
was
had
having
to
fire sale.
I wanted him a while ago, Robinson. I tried to trade him when I was trying to give up Saquon. Everybody, we got a similar trade to that now today where everybody's like, hell no, that's some BS.
We did have a wild one. It was a pretty hot topic. We are filming directly after a colossal blow up in the league chat involving some familiar foes. Some familiar
Yeah.
foes, dude.
Yeah, I know. I heard about it. Obviously, I didn't experience it last year, but people seemed like there was some collusion last year.
I don't know if I
I'm
call
not
it
calling it.
collusion.
I'm not calling it
I ain't
collusion.
saying
I'm
that.
just saying some people were saying
Oh,
there might
boy.
be an asterisk on that championship first year. That's all.
This one's gonna be a bitch to edit, dude. God damn it, my fucking
Yeah. So
audio
I
just
think
cut.
when I lost audio, you actually lost your mic. That's what happened, and I stopped hearing you that first time.
She's saying I gotta restart all this shit, dude.
No, 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 no. I'm saying I've been hearing you, but I'm saying
Okay.
when I said I lost audio for a second, I actually you just lost your mic for a second.
So like meaning they couldn't like there's no audio going through, like you couldn't hear me?
No, just for that for like 10-second window, you lost your mic.
Yeah, just now.
Just no, that just happened again. It's hard to explain, but yeah, you lost some
Could you
audio for a
hear when
second.
could you not hear me?
It was only for like a second. You as soon as you noticed your mic blink, that's when I saw
Okay,
the
I got you.
audio
All right.
cut,
We're on
basically.
the same page.
It was hard to explain, but yeah, yeah, you're good now.
I might let that fly, dude. That might just be a little teaser, dude. I might not
Yeah,
edit
there you
any of
go.
that out. Give the people what they want. They want uncut. But yeah, so you got Brian Robinson. You gave away the fourth. You know, did you had
It is what it is.
you had nobody that you thought about keeping with that fourth rounder?
I don't even I off the top of my head, I think my fourth rounder is either Goff. I think it's Goff.
You know,
So
yeah.
it would be a good keeper, but I think giving up the fourth, I'm not saying I'm gonna keep Robinson, but if he stays pretty decent, he was a 10th round draft, so
I like
I might
Robinson.
yeah, and I might keep him.
It hurt
That
a little
Steven
bit.
actually said that to me when he said it. He's like, because he said he wanted a fourth, and I was like, and he was like, it's worth it because he's a 10th round draft, so you could keep him next year, and he'd be a solid keeper. And I'm like, that's fair.
It is a great keeper. It was scary a little bit in the beginning when Eckler was doing stuff, but that kind of fizzled out pretty quick. So,
Yeah, I mean, he didn't. I think he had like he was in the double digits obviously last week, but I'm trying to think of what he had. But
so he's
he
just like a
there
good
was a
PPR.
blowout. Yeah, it was a
Just
blowout last week for the Commanders. So
they're playing good. They're playing good. But so yeah, so that was the tr pretty much the only trade that involved you. Going back
yep.
further, we had October 10th. We had what started off. I feel like the chain of a lot of crazy trades was Team Riggy Riggs giving up Stephon Diggs, Jacoby Brissett, a third round pick for Geno Smith.
Yeah. I thought that was questionable then. Again, I don't know stuff as much as some of the other guys here, but in my opinion, I thought it was a little much for Gino. But hey,
I do think that was the general consensus because a lot of
yeah,
people they chimed in on that one. But
yeah,
Riggy Riggs is still doing his thing. It doesn't look like it killed him. Doesn't really look like Diggs is bald. Brissett definitely hasn't bald. The third round pick hurts. I'm not gonna lie about that. For Gino, that hurts.
that's rough.
Yeah, that
I
hurts.
think
But
I think he's gonna regret that come next draft. He's gonna be like, oh, jeez, I got
yeah, he's like, I
Gino.
really wish I had this fucking pick. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. So, 2 days later, myself, I was involved in a trade. I gave up Devonta Adams, who I just got 2 weeks prior to that, James Cook, and a seventh round draft pick for DJ Moore, Devin Singletary, and a third round draft pick.
How you feel about it now that he's on the Jets?
I don't love it now that he's on the Jets because I know I would have gotten some wins out of that. Like I would have if
Yeah,
I kept those guys, I would have gotten some wins. I got a third rounder out of it, but Adams to the Jets is sexy. Like, come on, dude.
yeah. I mean, he didn't have a great first week. I think he had 6 points or something like that. But
It's a tough defense. The Steelers were.
well, yeah, and he just I mean, I get he's played with Rodgers before, but he just got there. He's just
Yeah,
getting into
he's
it.
just running
So
routes, baby. He don't know any of the
yeah,
plays. He's
yeah,
just like, dude,
exactly.
I'm going
So
in, I'm cutting right.
I bet this week he probably has a pretty banging week.
Yeah, that one hurts. I don't really love that one.
No,
Moving
but I
on,
mean it is.
October 17th, Love Hurts versus Jartasm. Love Hurts gave up Devonta D Adams. I wrote. Oh, he got D Adams from Jared and Marvin Harrison Jr. for CD Lamb in a fourth.
I
That
think
is
I think that was probably a good move now that Adams is on the
for
Jets
who?
for Austin because he got him right.
Yeah,
I don't have the trade.
Austin
The
got.
only trades I see are the most recent, well, not recent. The farthest back one I see on my app on the computer right now is between Weaver and Steven.
Got you.
That
But
was
yeah,
7 days
so
ago. But yeah.
yeah, Austin got Adams and Marvin Harrison Jr. and Jartasm got fourth round pick and CD Lamb.
All right. Well, CD Lamb is banging. So
He's banging, and Jared's team really. I don't even know if he has a single guy he's drafted. Like,
yeah, no, probably not. But I thought it was a bad trade that last week because the Cowboys were on a bye. So he was getting a guy that was on the bye and giving up two guys that weren't on bye. I thought Austin was going to get an easy win this week.
yeah,
He ended up not, I don't think, against Jared.
yeah, kind of. Let's see what we
It
were.
was a
It was a low
135 to
scoring, yeah,
118.
nothing
So
crazy, nothing
so
too
but
crazy. But yeah,
yeah.
I think that was actually a pretty good trade.
Yeah,
I don't think that
I
was too crazy.
I
But
think it's fair on both sides that one.
and then we had a flash sale, a fire sale, if you will. Bait vet with 5 trades in a row on October 18th. First one starting off, he gets Tyler Lockett and Kate Otten. Touch of downs gets David Njoku.
Yep. That's the first trade I
That's
see
the
on my
first
app right
trade.
now.
That
So
was tipping the toe in the icy water, seeing if he could handle it. He clearly liked what he
yeah.
saw. Then he goes in. Then he does the trade we've already discussed with you. His next one was got a fourth round from you. I redact that. The next trade was he got a fourth round trading Deonta Johnson to Austin.
Yeah.
Um,
And I like my fourth round better for Robinson just
that,
because I don't like the Panthers offense that much.
that's fair enough. I kind of agree with you. However, I also see the upside of Johnson. Like he's the only guy there, dude.
That's
Like,
fair. Yeah. He's been killing it. He's been
yeah,
killing it.
he's been
So
balling. Then the big boy happened. So then he had in this trade, J.R. Tassom gives up AR-15, Bucky Irving, and a second round pick to Baked Vet for Jalen Hurts and Devin A. Chain.
yeah.
That's a
Now
spicy one.
that's spicy.
I
I
don't think
think
spicy bad though. You got a second
no.
round. You're giving up Jalen, sure. A Chain, who's very hit or miss.
Yeah.
Get a second, you get AR-15. Granted, I'm not big on AR-15, dude. That's just me. Um, and Bucky Irving's kind of just seems like a fringe guy who came in and is crushing his role, but he is kind of turning into like something over there. So
Yeah, I mean, again, no expert here. But I think Richardson is dookie, dude. I think he's fucking trash. I don't want him. I don't
I don't
keep him
want him,
away.
dude.
Keep
If
him
you
away.
if you
Jared tried to
average,
give me him before he was injured. This was
I
like the
think
beginning of the season.
everybody, Jared would be like, "Yo, Anthony Richardson, I will kick you on the mouth, dude," and
Yo,
then he's sending
he's
a
gonna
trade to
be
everybody.
great. A keeper. You could keep him first round. Yeah, I don't want that fucking first round. Yeah, maybe
Dude,
third, fourth
he
round. He maybe
completes
be
like
worth.
6 passes a game.
Yeah, no.
It ain't it. It ain't it. Some people love him. They're super high on him. I'm not one of them.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, I think that trade isn't bad for Steven though. It was again, he said to everybody that he was not rebuilding, but I think you do look me in the eye and tell me he's not rebuilding right now, okay? I don't know why he did, to be honest. I thought his team was pretty solid,
Well, now, because
but
he had the privilege of versing my fucking Dookie ass, dude. He's
well,
like in the hunt.
yeah, I don't.
He's
Listen,
he's
I mean, maybe it'll pay off for him. Like next year, he might be able to draft a stud team, and then he'll rinse us because he got all these draft picks. But
yeah, speak for
I
yourself.
thought he
You
had
know
a
that's
shot this year. I thought he
I
had a shot.
I got picks next year too, cuz what you talking about? I got picks too, baby. But so then your trade after that big trade, then the trade with you happens, fourth round for Brian Robinson, and
Yeah.
then perhaps the Mac Daddy of all Mac Daddy trades, baked
Oh
vet
yeah, I see that
trades,
one.
AJ Brown and Kyron Williams. AJ Brown and Kyron Williams
Yeah, I don't
for
like this at
Devonta
all.
Smith and a first round draft pick.
The first round, but again,
That's hot.
he gave up two of his best players. Wasn't AJ Brown a No, he was a second round, wasn't he? I don't know what he
Yeah,
was.
he's a second round.
Okay, so and I don't know when Kyron Williams might have been third or
Actually, I'll double check that right now just to give you the hard
yeah,
facts on the
I can
second
look it up.
round.
But
Yeah, second round, yep, fourth pick in the second round.
yeah, so
But now he's got crazy picks.
yeah, he's got a lot of picks. I
Like
think. I
here's
mean,
something I don't think people are thinking about where, oh yeah, like even you could use me as an example where I'll have 6 to 7 picks before the fifth round. But
yeah,
all those people that traded me picks, they're not getting, the same 4 picks. They're having like
no,
2 picks because they traded picks. So it's like you're gonna have some guys next year that have 8 really good high draft players, and then some teams that, aside from their keepers, only drafted 1 or 2 players that were worth drafting.
I I think the thing with that is though, there's a lot of guys like even Robinson, for instance. He got drafted 10th round, but he's more like I don't know, a fifth round kind of guy, sixth round kind of guy right now, based on the points he's put up. So I'm
Mhm.
saying it may help people, but some people may get screwed with like injuries. It's like they may get those drafts, and then it's like, all right, these guys are cooked.
I think that's what it more or less is because obviously you can't start everyone, but
Right.
you could if you have just great depth and it doesn't, you have just studs sitting
Yeah.
on your bench where these other
It's
guys are just fighting the waivers every week, dude.
it's looking good for Steven next year, that's for sure. But I
Definitely.
again, I didn't think he needed to throw his team into draft picks. I think I'd like to see because I don't know, like we're saying all these draft picks in my head, I can't tally them up, but I'd like to see like Steven gets 2 first rounds, he gets 2 or 3 fourth rounds or something like that because I know he got another fourth round somewhere else. But
Well, let me
like I
tell
don't know if
you,
there's a way to see that on the app, like how many.
So just
draft
for
picks
me,
he's
because I
got.
think I have the second most high draft picks. Steven's definitely got the most. I have a first, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth. So just before the fifth round, that's quite a bit of picks.
Yeah.
Um, Steven, who is definitely the Mac Daddy of draft picks right now. Let's see, big vet. He has gotta click his team, not the matchup. Come on. This is some. Oh, I get it. I have to go to trades to fucking pick him. There we go. Okay. So Steven has a first, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth. Like that's gonna be hot, dude. That's gonna be
Yeah.
hot to
It'll
compete
also
with.
be interesting to see where they end up. Like if like because you get in certain people's draft picks, so like he might get like two in a row. He might get one at the beginning of the draft of the first round and one towards the end of the first. Well, he's probably gonna keep somebody. I assume. He's got three
For
keepers.
sure. That's what like you're not gonna have all those picks because you're gonna use some of them keep people.
Yeah,
But now let's look at somebody who's got a really strong team this year. Jared. He's got a first, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh. Those are his five best picks. And he's gonna keep people. So what's he
yeah.
gonna be ending with? His first pick in the draft's gonna be in the sixth round? Like I don't get like
It-
your team's not gonna make it. You want to talk
he's
about
gonna
injuries?
he's probably gonna have to keep guys like that. He got that well, but can't
He,
no because you
he
keep yeah. The keeping is whoever wherever they were drafted, you can keep them there. So I was
right.
about to say because he doesn't have any of his starting crew. You know what I mean? Like
Right. So he's hoping he keep like I mean, I think he wants to keep Drake, man. I don't know, but Brian Thomas, I think he is one of them. So yeah, maybe he keeps his little young guys, but then still you don't have any great draft picks to get all the good guys are gone and
yeah,
it's that's a tough position, dude. You better fucking win it this year. That's what you
yeah.
plan. But
Well, I mean, I want to say that based on the records, obviously Jacob Lairway looks like he's gonna have the best record this year.
and he's not as screwed on draft picks. Like he hasn't
Right.
soiled himself next year for
No,
this.
but I would say like a lot of people are still in that 4-3, 3-4 range, like that's the records.
Yeah.
So Brody's the only other one above everybody else, but I tell you, he should not.
Fraudulent.
For that he should have lost to me last week. I'm not saying
Hey.
I'm not saying he doesn't have a good squad. He's got a good squad, but you get 21 from your kicker, dude. I think I was up by like 25 or 30 going into Monday, and I had Baker Mayfield playing, and he had Lamar, the kicker, and but Likely put 3 points up. So I mean, he didn't do nothing
It
but
wasn't
freaking
looking likely that he was gonna win.
exactly. And I was like, and I thought I was fucked because Baker Mayfield started off like shit, but then at the end of the game, they're like, let's try to win, even though there's no shot. And he was running the ball down. That's what Mayfield's a go, dude.
He's my man, dude. I wish he was
He
my QB,
he's
dude.
got the mentality that I remember what I said. I said in the beginning, I want some boys that are gonna get down in the dirt. That's the that he's the go to that. Uh, you know, Lamar Jackson though, good for you. Good draft on you, man. 35 points
It's
almost for Lamar.
solid. It's solid. It's not bad. So without further ado, I do think we should let's get to our picks here this week, man.
Oh boy, let's get to the picks here.
Up first, we have Baked Vet versus Half Chub. Who
Well,
you taking?
am I taking the guy that just traded away half his team for draft picks, or am I taking the guy who, you know, he's got an okay squad. His guy's just been underperforming. I mean, like Laporta has not been playing great. Well, I don't want to say anybody's not been playing fantasy wise. I'm talking has not been putting up big numbers all year. I'm looking at his team though right now. I like Brees Hall. I got Brees Hall in a different league.
Yeah, Brees Lightning's nice. I mean,
Yeah,
I think his
Kamara.
team's fine.
The running backs he's got are banging right now.
Hmm.
Kamara. Well, the Saints kind of took a hit losing their quarterback, their wide receiver. You know, so it sucks for Kamara because they're not going to get close to the end zone as much. But
But realistically, if you look at Steven's team, it's still not horrendous. Like I'm
I
not an
hate Anthony
AR-15
Richardson.
guy. I'm
Yeah, I
not,
hate him.
but like still, Bucky
They're
Irving has been balling.
and Tampa's probably gonna be running the ball a little bit more now that they
Yep.
lost some.
Wide
So that's not
receivers are mid, but they're not bad.
no,
There's
but
no
again,
star power, but they're
but
serviceable.
yeah, but Pittman with Anthony Richardson, I think you have to get pretty lucky for them to get a good set of numbers for you, because I don't Richardson just sucks to me, dude. I mean, I maybe I'm a hater. I've been watching and
You
I'm
might be
just like,
hating. You might be counting on a little hate.
wait, who's the backup for them right now?
Wasn't it? Oh, who the hell did they throw in there?
Is it Flacco? Is that who it was?
Was it? Yeah, was it Joe? I think
I
it
don't know
was
if that.
Joe.
I
No, was
think that
it?
was it.
I can't remember. He's back, so it doesn't matter. I think it was
Yeah,
Joe. I think it was Joe Flacco.
yeah. So, but they're starting Richardson again, right? This
Yeah,
week.
he's the guy, dude.
He's not the guy, dude. Flacco's the guy. No, I listen. I mean, I I just don't like Richardson. But anyway, he's got Otten. Wait, he's got. Oh yeah, because he traded Weaver.
Yep.
He's got Otten now, who's gonna
Russell Wilson's
be
been balling.
yeah, and Otten's gonna be targeted heavily. And Russell Wilson is way better than Anthony Richardson in my mind right now.
I respect it. And with all that said, dude, give me half chub.
Yeah, give me again. We already said the guy who just traded away most of his team for draft picks. Yeah, give me half Chubb. I agree with you.
Next up, we got Snow Bunnies versus Love Hurts. Who you
I mean, right now it's
taking?
got it close, 5 point difference right now.
That shit never means nothing though, dude.
No, it doesn't. Every time it's
It just
that.
fluctuates with how the game's going. So
Yeah,
you're like, that's pretty
yeah,
accurate, dude.
yeah. I gotta look at the team quick, but Austin did put up a big like I remember Austin putting up the 170 or something against me a few weeks ago. Obviously, things change, but he can obviously put some big numbers up. And obviously Jacob Lairway's gonna put up probably like
His team's too
between
powerful.
yeah yeah, that's why you're not getting fucking McCaffrey, dude. I don't know what they thought would happen. Like, oh
He
yeah,
thought
Give up Bo Nix
George Pickens.
and no draft picks either.
Yeah, no,
Just
just
take
these
them.
guys, these fellas, dude. You ever seen the movie Semi Pro when the Will Ferrell they get him like we traded him for the washing machine.
Yeah, Flint. Wait, what's his name?
Oh
Monix.
yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, uh, I think it could go either way. I'm probably just gonna ride with Snow Bunnies just because
he's too powerful.
he's too powerful. He's killing it.
You know what's crazy is where do you even start Christian McCaffrey? Like you have his team is so good that you're gonna have to take out a stud to put in McCaffrey.
Yeah. Well, he would lose Pickens in that
True,
trade, so you
true.
throw him in for there probably. But obviously, he's not playing for a couple more weeks anyway. But again, it's just we're gonna just hand this guy because say what you will about the guy being injured, he was drafted first round. He was first pick.
Because
No,
if
no,
if
second
he
pick.
comes back healthy, even if he comes back halfway through the season, he's gonna instantly give you production the best in fantasy. Like that's what he is. That's why people every
Yeah,
year take the first pick of the draft every year. Is Chris Burkett. You roll those dice.
yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate for Tanner that he's been injured the whole year, but you know Tanner's doing all right. So I mean,
Mm,
either way. That
that's
being
true.
said, Snow Bunnies.
Snow bunnies as well. Moving
I
on.
don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for everybody against Jacob Lairway. It's nothing personal, but you need to lose. You need to lose some games. See
No,
what it's like to have a little pressure. Have a little pressure on your back. But anyway, obviously I'm gonna pick Snow Bunnies because I'm a gambling man. I
yeah,
picked the
the betting
logical
man in you
answer.
says, "Hey, this is the play." But
Yeah,
you
this is the
ain't
play.
happy. You
But
ain't rooting it for it though.
yeah,
Moving on, we got Al's Degens versus touchdowns. Pretty big game.
yeah. Um, I mean, I'm gonna we could go through their teams and shit, but Al's been putting up some big numbers.
I've been crushing big numbies, and I know damn
Yeah,
well because I'm taking Al.
yeah.
I
I
I
was
know
gonna say
damn
out too,
well
but
the first comment on this video is gonna be Michael and be like, you should not taking touchdowns again when we
see
learn.
what happens, boys. You want to see? You want to
I can
underestimate my
already see
boys?
it. I can
I mean,
already see
Michael
it.
Weaver's team is stronger now because you got Kyron Williams, you got
AJ
Brown.
Brown. His
Yeah,
team's tough.
yeah. His team's
I just have
tough.
to ride the hot hand.
Yeah, Allen's guy's been killing it.
All right.
I feel like Neighbor's gonna do better. Like the Giants did not play well. Well, but they're against the Steelers. They could struggle again. But you got Jefferson. You got Kenneth Walker has been running the ball,
He's
dude.
been running that thing, and Bijan could always give you that big game. Trey McBride could always give you that big. I mean,
Yeah,
but I could say the same shit for the opposite side that everybody on Michael's squad could. That's the game of the week. That is the
yeah,
matchup of the week.
definitely. Because I could go either way, but I will ride with Allen. But side note, we gotta have a side note here. Allen tried to trade me, and he's trying to say that I need to rebuild already. And I just want the boys to know that I am never rebuilding, and you guys are gonna have to fucking take me out. I don't care how you do it, but you're gonna have to try. You're gonna see me in the playoffs. Mark my words. You're
You're
gonna
gonna
see
see
me.
me.
And you're gonna see, and you're not gonna wanna. You're not gonna wanna, because my boys are getting healthy again. All right.
So
Ty,
he tried telling
listen,
you to rebuild.
he said probably be in my best interest to get a nice rebuild going because you ain't winning this year. And I said, dude, when I beat your ass the second time we see each other this year, because I get to play out twice. I beat him the first week. I'm gonna have to play him again. I'm gonna beat him again, and he's gonna regret everything he's ever said to me.
Dude, I love that. I love that, Al.
He's my boy. He's my boy, and I'm picking him to win this week. But you best watch your mouth.
That's right. People don't forget.
The people don't forget.
Moving on, we got Middleburg football team versus Team Riggy Briggs.
I
Good
mean,
matchup.
it's not. Yeah, all these are pretty close.
This
I
next
mean,
one's close, dude.
yeah, but uh, it's just do you trust Trevor Lawrence against a good team? He did all right against who did he play? Just
Didn't he
didn't he
just
play
play the
some?
Patriots?
Yeah, that's a Dookie team. Like I hope you do well. I hope you do well. They're like one of the worst teams in football right now. So
Daniel Jones starting against Pittsburgh is pretty interesting.
yeah, he doesn't have anybody else QB wise.
Um,
I don't think so. I'm looking, but
yeah, I don't see a whole lot. He was just trying to get Bo Nix pretty good, dude.
oh yeah, that's right. Maybe you should have offered a little bit more, Tanner, instead of trying to freaking collude here.
I'm trying to
No, no, not you. No, Jacob Laraway needed to offer more. My bad. You
Yeah.
need to get some. You need to get more out of that guy. He's winning the league. You can't just give him somebody that
Dude,
powerful.
if it did happen twice, I don't think Tanner wants that history. I don't think he wants that history, dude. If it
if
happens twice.
if he gave up a draft pick, a decently high level draft pick, I think we probably would have maybe let it go through. Because a lot of people are probably thinking Jacob Blair was looking pretty strong anyway. If we can
I, I
knock him
agree with
down a
you.
peg for next year, you
I think
know.
he would have needed at the minimum like a second round pick.
Well, yeah, I think yeah,
It's got to be a high pick too. Like that's how off that trade was, but it's neither here
yeah,
nor there.
yeah, whatever.
So,
Anyway, this all being said, I would pick Riggy Riggs to probably win because he's been putting up dumb numbers again. But you know,
that's my guts telling me the same thing, but just to be different from you, like I gotta go. I'll be Middleburg football
all
team.
right. Well, you're rooting for Daniel Jones. I understand. I understand the love for you. Like he's got to put up 20.
I don't
He puts
believe
up.
that for a second. Like let the record show. I do not believe that will happen. um, yeah, I gotta just do it. Otherwise, we're probably gonna all have the same pick. Well, actually, dude, it's a pretty big game. This next matchup, dude. Some say it's the biggest. Some say it's the biggest matchup. That's what I've heard. I've heard people say that to me. So the next up, we have the immovable object versus the unrelenting force. Captain Commish versus yourself, Swift Swallows, dude.
Yeah. Now, first of all, which one am I? You said
Well,
immovable object and
I'm the force, dude. You're the
oh, you're the
immovable
force. Oh,
object
okay.
because
Okay.
I'm getting moved quite a bit. Like a lot of people are moving me around.
All right.
What is
Okay,
it?
that's fair. That's fair.
I'm still trying.
Because I'm like, well, I'm gonna blow somebody's doors in. You know
So
what I
I mean,
mean?
let's look
So
at this. What do you got? You got Saquon, you got Baker, you got Brian Robinson, Tyreek Hill, doo. I ain't
no,
scared of him, dude.
hey,
I
Tua's
ain't
supposed
scared
to
of
play.
him.
Tua's supposed to play this week. When he drops 20 on you, you're gonna be like, all right,
You got your little nicknames for him. That's cute. I like that. You
you don't
call
got
him.
no nicknames. You're the commissioner of this fucking league. You ain't got
These
a
guys
single
are numbers
nickname.
to me. They have failed me this year. I don't even name them. They're like cows to slaughter,
You
dude.
know, there's something to say about that. Maybe if you gave your guys a little bit of nickname, a little bit of fun in the locker room, maybe they'd work a little harder for you.
They might.
They might, or they might just fucking sit the bench because they're injured.
Yeah, they not only are trash, they're injured trash. So I'm not with them for a second. But yeah, so anyway, you got Cup coming back this week. Guess that's kind of scary. You got Evan Ingram, you
Well,
know,
he's questionable. Who
he's
knows? You know?
questionable. I'm no stranger to that Q. I
Yeah.
know what that means. You got the Naj Mahal, you got Goff, you got, your kicker, you got a defense, whatever. Let me introduce you to my guys, okay? Introduce it
Yeah.
first. We got CJ Stroud. He threw for 56 yards last week. Check the fucking stats. He's
I think I
nasty.
saw 4 points from him. Yeah.
Pretty good. Then
Pretty
we got
good.
ETN. The last 3 weeks, he's been hovering around -.1. He's pretty nice.
You don't
Uh,
want to see that guy when you coming at
you
me.
don't want to see it. I'll leave this guy for last, but I got DJ Moore. He got whopping 7 last week. Drake London, he's actually good.
Oh, he's
He's
good, dude.
he's good. Noah Fant, I literally just got him off the street last week. I brought him in. The squad's horrendous. I'm not even gonna kid you. The squad's bad. You're
Yo,
gonna
Dax.
win.
I think Dak Prescott. Well, they're against San Fran. Maybe not. Well, maybe he has a good game for you this week.
If they get triple digits, maybe I'll get them. We'll do a pizza party. Like they are down bad. Have not scored triple digits in 3 weeks. They,
Oof. It's rough. It's rough to see, man. I hate to see it. You know.
the fantasy gods giveth and they taketh, and I wish they would just give us a little more to me this
Yeah. I
year.
mean, it is what it is. You know, you can't win them all. You
You
know.
can't win them all. I don't want to toot my own horn, but in my other league, that a lot of the fellows in this league are in, I am 7-0. I'm 7-0. You never seen it. You never even heard of something like that.
That's true. That's true. You know. I mean, best of it we got in this league is 6-1. Try a little
He's the
harder,
champ. That's
Laraway.
the best. He's the champ.
Try a little harder, buddy.
And I ain't do a single trade with that team before, dude. I ain't swindling my roommates. I ain't fucking I ain't doing none of that shit. Bye. So that's the picks. Obviously, you're going you. I'm going you.
Oh, you're gonna take. You know, I'll say this. This is the first time you've taken me all year.
Well,
Obviously, we missed a couple weeks. Maybe you would have taken me, but I
I
doubt
might
it.
have. I
I
might have.
doubt it because you're a fucking hater.
I might have.
That's why God took your team away from you.
That's fair. That's very fair. But I do have one surprise. So last week, I requested the
Oh
lads
boy,
to send in a video call for a question to the guest who they knew, it was you.
I'm excited to hear
Then I
this
went on my
question.
hiatus doing some construction around the house, and I've still not listened to this. So I'm going to play this and we're going to respond.
Yeah. Hi, this is Jared, manager of Your Cousins Marvin. I have a
Not anymore.
question for Mr. Michael Kelly for this week's episode of the pod. So I'm dying to know, after your trade got vetoed, why have you not tried to reorganize the trade or reorchestrate the trade or anything like that? Because if you were, you know, you got vetoed once, Why haven't you gone back to the drawing board to try to make that trade work? I'm so curious to know what's stopping y'all. I'll hang up and listen. Thanks. Bye.
Well, there you go. So that again, this was weeks ago. I don't remember that trade. I feel like you do
I
remember this
remember
trade.
the trade.
What was
Now,
the trade?
first of all, I just want to say I love when the autistic community joins in on the conversation. It's always good, you know. We're not an exclusive club here. We're an inclusive club.
That's right.
Anyway, uh, I never wanted the trade in the first place. You think I want to get rid of my boy Saquon?
So
You
what was
think
the
any?
trade? What
It
was the
was Saquon, and I had to give up. Is he? I don't remember. It was either third or fourth round pick, and I would have got Robinson, Hurts, and I think it was AJ Brown because he was hurt at the time. That was offered to me. I didn't counter or anything. He gave me that without Robinson or the draft pick. It was
yeah.
just Saquon for those two guys. And I'm like, my running backs are shit, dude. If I give you Saquon and get a QB, which I have two decent well, I have Baker Mayfield and I have Goff. I was like, if I get a QB back, yeah, Hurts probably is better than one of them any given week. And then I get an injured wide receiver, which I've had a bunch of wide receivers. A couple of them were injured at the time, but I knew Kupp was coming back at some point. And then I got all these other guys that are wide receivers that are pretty good. None of them are like great on my bench. None of them are great on the bench, but I got some great ones starting this week. Anyway, so I was like, I'm not giving up my running back one for another QB and a hurt wide receiver. And he's like, all right, I'll throw you Robinson, but you got to give me a draft pick. And I'm like, bet, let's do it.
Didn't want
Because
to.
if I give up Saquon, who would I be starting as my running back two? Because I'd have Najee as my running back one. Obviously, I could have picked someone up. This is so long ago. I don't know who would have been available, but on my bench, I have Braylon Allen, which I mostly have him just in case Brees Hall gets hurt. If Brees
Yeah,
Hall
because
gets hurt,
he's pretty much a non-factor if Brees is playing.
right, exactly. But if Brees Hall gets hurt, I got the guy on my bench. And I'd
Oh,
like to see who doesn't want that guy when he's on my bench if Brees Hall gets hurt.
I gotta pause you right there. We'll be right back.
But we're gonna.
All right, sorry about that, guys. We went past the timer that we get for the free Zoom meeting.
You got to keep it free, man.
That's right. We're just trying to save money
Save,
here,
save
baby.
save the money for the gambling. You got to save the money.
But yeah, so we were left off. We were talking about that trade you were doing that you didn't really want to do, which is why you did not send try to make it happen essentially.
Yeah, rebuttal one. You know, Jared, it's a great question. Just some of us are a little loyal to our guys here. We're not trading away our entire roster. I like my boys. They work for me. I'm gonna let them work as long as they want to.
I
But
respect that.
I haven't actually. I don't think I've traded anybody other than the draft pick. I don't
True.
think
I
I've.
was gonna say, yep.
I don't think I traded any of my guys, and I've had a lot of offers from random people. Point is, you're gonna have to convince me to give you my guy because I'm not gonna give you my guy.
I know I have myself looked at your squad to see if a trade could perhaps happen, and I just know you hold tight. You hold tight to the lads.
I hold tight. People want Tyreek Hill. Here's the thing. You guys want him now. You want him now when Tua's coming back, huh? That's when you want him. All right. Some people did want him last week, but they knew Tua was coming back when they wanted him, and I knew he was coming back. You think I don't know when Tua's coming back? I'm keeping an eye on that shit. I want Tyreek to do well. You
I
boys
feel
are gonna
you.
see. You boys are gonna. I ain't selling low. I don't
Doesn't that
care.
scare you though a little bit with just he could get blown on the wrong way and just fucking seize up, dude.
Yeah, but if that happens, it
And
happens. I
yeah,
think,
and then
you
you trying to
know,
trade Tyreek Hill?
first of all, it's not in the script. All right. They don't want him to come back and then him die on the field. That's gonna look bad for the NFL. They
It happened 3 times.
no. He didn't die. I mean, he actually dies. Like he's fucking dead. I'm saying that's bad for the NFL. I think what's gonna happen is Dolphins go on a tear. They're gonna make it to the playoffs. That's what's gonna if if I was writing a script, it would sound great. It would sound great if one of our quarterbacks almost dies. He decides to take a few weeks off. He comes back. They don't lose a single game after that. Throws 30 touchdowns, and then they go to the playoffs. They win one playoff game and then they get an exit. But at least we tried. We got to the playoff. We got one round. They're not gonna win everything. No, but they're gonna put some work in.
Not a bad script. It's not a bad script at all. I would like to add some little notes. I think there's a guy named Daniel Jones. What if he died in a tragic accident? He
I
was the
think
quarterback that
I
died.
think an organization like the Giants, it might benefit. They might be able to draft themselves a new quarterback. They won't have that money that they have to pay. They
You
get to
know a
lose.
guy who knows a guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, you got to lose that contract. No, I mean, listen.
That's something for Tommy DeVito to take care of. You think he'd get someone
Yeah,
to take care of that problem?
listen. I mean, you're talking about the New York Giants. All right, it's pitiful. They need to be on top.
It's the worst. It's the worst thing I've ever seen
It
every
was.
year.
You guys saw that little shred of hope. You saw that little shred of hope for the Giants. You realize like Daniel Jones is slinging it.
Hey, neighbors.
Neighbors is the next Beckham Jr., which he's
Yeah.
good. He's good. He's real good. But you
Beckham
need
Jr.
somebody to,
needed Eli to
yeah,
become.
you need somebody to throw him the
Yeah,
ball
you got
here.
you have someone to throw the rock, dude.
I mean, it is what
Big
it
skin
is.
is
I,
what
I,
it is. Um,
he could come out banging this week. Tanner could walk away with a win because Daniel
that'd be
Jones.
great. I got Tanner marked down. I got him to win.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible if you just believe.
That's true.
You
And on
know,
that note, I do believe that's been an episode of Confiding with the Commish. Thank you, Michael, for coming on. Um, it
dude.
sucks that
Thanks
you're
for
gonna
having
lose,
me.
but I
No, it is great that you were down. Your podcast was down until we got to verse each other. This is the week we verse each other now.
it is interesting, and you
I
know,
talk smack to you, but I don't want to beat a
it's
dead horse. So,
yeah, I'm cooked. I'm pretty
nah,
cooked.
if you beat me, congrats, man.
We're back in it. We're
You're
back in the
back in it.
race,
We're
dude.
in the race, dude. 2-6, not
We're
too bad.
back in it, dude. It's not
No, but
impossible. Never say never, baby. That's been
it,
an ep. Thank you, sir.